Okay, we're going to do a walk around video on a 2005 Damon Ultra Sport. Up here in the front, we can see our generator doors open. Generator. The yellow cap is your dipstick and oil fill. The white cap is antifreeze. Start-stop switch, hour meter, and there's a circuit breaker in there. Windshield washer solvent. Over here is a air hose connection. Let you air up anything as long as the coach is running, because the coach supplies air for the air brakes. And there's your power gear leveling pump. We've got the over-the-door awning out and the main awning out. The over-the-door awning is manual. Use this hand crank, put it in or take it out. And the main awning is electric. There's a switch in the entranceway. I'll show you that in a bit. Storage compartment. More storage. The water heaters right here. It's 10-gallon gas and electric. Switches are inside. So, gas valve, burner assembly, the control board, T&P valve, temperature and pressure, and your thermostat and ECO switches are right there. And those are automatic. They're not actually switches, but in the sense of a switch that you can turn on or off. That's your extra ladder for the rear, for the roof ladder. You have 110 power outlet here. Your furnace, combustion air, intake and exhaust here. Do recommend covering it with a screen in the summertime. Your refrigerator, give these a quarter turn. Sometimes not all that easy. So it helps to have a coin or a key that you can use to turn those with. Quarter turn, pull the bottom out. Back here is the water for your ice maker. Control boards are back there, your 110 power, your burner assembly and everything is behind that panel. It is an ammonia-based refrigerator, so they do take a while to cool down. They work extremely well. They just don't behave exactly the same as your household refrigerator. Back here is the gravity fill for your fresh water tank. Sight gauge so you can see your fresh water level. Coming back here, we have our chassis engine batteries on the bottom and our house batteries on the top. Then we have a storage compartment. The rear engine we have open. So what we have is our oil dipstick, our oil fill, our radiator overflow, our transmission dipstick and fill is hidden back there. Chassis diagnostic port. There's a cover that goes over that. Air filter restriction gauge. Your hitching. Apparently this guy had an additional rack added on, maybe a motorcycle lift, it's hard to say. Also, this catch right here, very stiff. That's what holds the hood up. So it pretty much takes two hands to put it down. You're going to pull this over sideways and then pull the hood past it. The rest of your ladder is right there. Your ladder extension hangs on this so that you can get up on the roof. You do want to get up on the roof a couple times a year and do some basic inspections and keep it clean, because the cleaner you keep the roof, the cleaner your RV will remain. Also got a backup camera up there. And we have a 7-way trailer connector right there. Your 50 amp power cord is removable and it plugs in right there. It's a twist lock connector. Above it is old style telephone. In that bag are some of the electronics for the Freightliner chassis. This is our wet bay. Down here we have hot and cold low point drains and our freshwater tank drain. Toilet, our paper towel holder, outside shower controls, faucet, city water connection, black tank flush. Okay, the black tank flush, when you hook a hose here, the water is going into your black tank to rinse it out. So if you hook up there by mistake, you can flood your tank. You also have a gas valve, so you can turn the LP on or off out here, and a pump for your water pump. And then down here on the front, this large valve is your black tank. The small tank valve is your gray tank. You always want to dump the black tank first, gray tank second, to rinse out your hoses. Now, when you're hooked up to city water, you can use this valve to fill your fresh water tank. So, normal use, water pump or on hose, you leave it here to fill the tank. You rotate the valve to there, and that's to fill your fresh water tank. Okay, next department forward, we have our 50 to 30 amp adapter and our starter kit. Starter kit's got a sewer hose, toilet chemical, toilet paper, a 110 adapter that goes from the 30 down to the standard household, freshwater hose, and a water pressure regulator. These doors here are 2-stage struts. So when you open them up, they'll only come up part way, and then you override them and lift them the rest of the way up. That way they don't come up and slam, slide out when the slide out's out. Again, more storage. More storage. Down here is where they fill your LP at. That cap is filled. There's a little valve next to it, the outage valve or fixed liquid level gauge to verify when the tank is full. But that's where you go to have it filled. Didn't mention it on the other side, but you do have a diesel fuel fill on each side. You still have one tank, but you can fill it from either side or both sides. Tire pressure is 110 psi on all the tires. Up here in the front, it's a fuse box and power center. There's another fuse box there, and some more controls and stuff up here. Okay, inside here, this cover will pull up, flip over to give you a step cover. We have switches here to the left of the entrance door, step switch, compartment lights, patio lights, ceiling lights for the lights right above the entry. Extend and retract is your awning. Extend, retract. Battery, use or store. Voltage, you can check your battery voltage by pressing the buttons. You have a 12-volt outlet, phone jack, and 110 outlet here by the passenger seat. We'll apologize for the fact that it's not clean. This has not been through detail yet, so we apologize for that, but we're trying to get you this out as fast as we can, so just have to deal with it. Okay, in front of the passenger seat, you have your stereo, and your antenna selector. Most of this stuff is highly outdated, so I don't know what you want to do with that. Above here we have a storage. This is your new King antenna jack for the TV. Smoke detector, fire extinguisher, chairs, ottomans, your table, some rugs. This control panel has your level test. LP valve, slide out in and out. Push out, and the slide out goes out. Up here is the remote control for your front AC, which also has your furnace on it. This has to be pointed fairly close to the air conditioner for the most part. They do have a tendency to work from different odds and ends spots, but there are spots where they don't work well from. You have your water heater here, electric, and gas. You can lock, slide out, I believe. Fantastic fan is right here, and the controller is here. And you still have to manually open it. So it's manual open and manual close, and then you have a remote. There. Here's the and that close. All right. When you turn this on, you can see we're in furnace mode. Hit the mode button. Cool, dry, fan, back to furnace. Now dry is neat because dry uses your air conditioner to dehumidify. Now in the event that this remote were to fail, there's a furnace emergency and a cool emergency. You press those buttons and it'll either go to furnace or it'll go to high cool in case the remote did not work. There's also instructions for the remote on the remote pocket. Countertop extension. Sink with covers. Overhead cabinets. Remotes in there. The black remote is for your TV. Stove. Burners. There's no pilots on these. It's manual ignition. So to light the stove, turn it to the light position, turn the spark knob. Again, turn it to light, give it a second, click. Turn it to light, give it a second, click. Very simple. The stove covers can go in that slot behind the stove for storage when you're using the stove, or back in place to cover the stove. Kind of hard to do this one-handed, holding the camera, so apologize. Here, microwave convection oven. Storage above it. Drawers all the way across down here. They lift up, pull out. LP detector. Storage under the sink. Extra fire extinguisher. Range hood. Has a light. And a fan. The fan blows out. Refrigerator. Simple. Has an on-off. and it has auto or gas. In gas mode, it's gas only. In auto, it's either. In auto, it will tell you if it's on AC or gas. Temperature 1 through 5. 5 is the coldest, 1 is the warmest. We usually leave them set on 3. You have an ice maker. It does work. It made ice yesterday for me. Nice size refrigerator. Up here we have an antique manual satellite. Have no idea if it works or not. We have a pantry here with shelves, drawers. Again, lift up, pull out, so that they latch closed. You have a sliding door here. Alright, sorry about that. There's a latch back there that catches the door. And then this door comes out part way. And you fold it over. Close. To put it away, fold it back. There's a little strap here. Snap the strap on. Slide the door back. Trying to get that so you can see what I'm doing. That's the door. Medicine cabinet. Your sink stoppers in there. Got drawers down here. Storage. Light switches. Private potty. It's a foot flush toilet. Step down on it to flush it. Pretty simple. The instructions are on the lid. You have a bathroom vent fan. A little overhead storage above. And again, I apologize if some of this stuff is a little bit awkward, but some of this I'm actually seeing for the first time. So, just here to do a video. Nice big shower. Newer style shower head. Hot and cold. Again, it is a nice size shower. Seating setups on both sides. This little thing is your travel latch. Keeps the door from flying open. Bathroom or bedroom doors there. You have shelving here. However, it is plumbed for a washer dryer combo unit. Something like the Splendide 2100 XD. It's a pretty decent little combo. They don't do the world's greatest job of drying clothes, but they do a pretty decent job of washing. And beats going to the laundromat all the time. Most all of these shades are straight pull down and push back up. That one's got a button to release to put it back up. Here in the back bedroom, new TV, light switch. Your slide out controls are over here. Wardrobe in and out. This is out. Now, this TV has a latch just like the closet door. They use this latch a lot, which allows the TV to pull out. Now, there was a wood panel here. I thought, myself personally, that since it didn't have that big, huge TV in it, now it would make extra storage space. So hopefully, my thinking and yours are working together. There was consideration of putting a much larger TV in here and not being able to use that. And I don't know. Hopefully my idea is acceptable. A lot of storage. Nice little wardrobe. A little taller on that end than this end. Most of these lights you'll find have switches on the light. They also have, a lot of them also have wall switches, but some of these lights are only switched by the light. Go back over here. Up here is your other slide out switch for the bed. Put that out. And we have another remote for the AC unit. Ceiling lights, aisle lights. These are the little footlights on the bottom. Generator start and stop. So at night you can start the generator from back here. Up here is your inverter. Some things you need to know with the inverter. Number one, when that light's on, it's capable of inverting, but doesn't mean it is inverting because we're charging because we have power coming in. Shore power. Never turn it above 30. But if you go somewhere and you have to be on low power, you can turn this down to 5, press the button, and what it does is it reduces the charge rate so that it won't use up so much power. But again, don't turn it above 30 because it's on a 30 amp breaker. AGS is not connected. Meter allows you to look at different meters inside the unit. Setup is already done. But if you change batteries or change some things around, you may go into setup and change some stuff. Other than that, it's pretty simple, easy to deal with, and reasonably trouble-free. You have a 110 outlet on the back side of the bed. Little AM/FM stereo there. Storage above the bed. Again, most of these sconce lights and that sort of thing are on individual switches that you have to turn off. Then you have your seating back here. In between those seats, the smaller panel on the left, that's a small vertical panel, is your 12-volt fuses. The large panel is your 110 circuit breakers, and that is the remote for the bedroom TV. You have an emergency exit back there. You flip those 2 red levers up and push the window out and go out. I did go around and adjust all of these blinds and shades so that they stay up. Again, they're just push up and pull down. So there you go. All right, moving forward. Sofa. Under the sofa is a hide bed. And then you have storage cabinets all the way across the top. Again, wall sconces have light switches on the sconce. This light, I believe, also switched here. And above the dinette table is also switched there. Most of these other lights are all on their own switched fixture. So not a lot of wall switches. All right. Up here above the driver's seat are some labels with your tire pressure and chassis information. Sitting here in the driver's seat, let me get the key out. Oh, there is a second set of keys in the drawer. A lot of the stuff here obviously needs the engine running. So we'll start with our leveling system. We are currently leveled. We turn the system on. It tells us that it jacks down, and the green flashing light in the middle tells us that we're level. Hit retract all, and it retracts the jacks. While it's doing that, we'll go over some things up here. This is your mirror control. Left mirror, right mirror, and then right, left, up, down. This is your heated mirrors. This is your headlight blink, exhaust brake, wipers. Okay, some people find these frustrating. Once you get used to it, it's not bad. You push down to turn it on. You push down to turn it off. You go forward to go faster, backwards to go slower, down to go off. Press the button for wash, and it sprays your windshield. Okay? Parking brake. These are air brakes. So you have to have the brake pushed in to drive. You have to pull it out to park. There is no park in the transmission. The transmission is reverse, neutral, or drive. That's it. Back to the jack controller. Once the jacks are retracted, we turn it on. We can press the manual button and hold it. And when we do, the light's going to come on. And you hear, I don't know if you can hear that, it's letting the air out of the suspension while the wait light flashes. Now, what we're going to have is it says the left is low, so we press the left until it's good, press the right till it's good, and the rear, front, and that's how we level it. When we have no yellow lights on the outside perimeter, we'll have a green light in the center. So the yellow light means that it's low, and that's where you want to start. So we would put the rear down, and that I'm not going to do that right now because I'm going to turn it back off. Auto. I turn it back on. I press auto, and it's going to auto level. Okay? Now, the one thing about auto leveling is it's a computer. It has a reference point that it likes based on where it was set by the previous owner, technician, whoever set it last. That may not be where you want it, so you may need to have it reprogrammed or learn how to reprogram it yourself. Everything about that leveling system is on the internet. Your headlight switch is right here, going through your gauges. Okay. Your ignition switch and your battery booster there. You have a trailer brake controller there. This knob, if you push down on it, you tilt, or telescope, excuse me. So you push down for telescope, you pull up for tilt. And on your cruise control is on your wipers. You can use the cruise control to raise your idle. If you hold resume, I'm not touching the throttle, I'm just using the cruise control. Alright, if I turn it off, it goes back to normal idle. Turn it on, hit set, nothing. But resume, hit twice, and it raises the RPMs up. Every time you hit it, it'll bump it up a little bit, or you can hold it to bump it way up. AM, FM stereo, DVD, or CD, your dash heating, same as a car. Backup camera. Headlights, or marker lights, excuse me. Horn select. Generator start and stop. Right hand shade. Puts that shade down or up. Left hand shade. Puts that shade down or up. Fans. Turns on those fans up there. You have low and high and off. This light switch here turns on your floor marker lights, courtesy lights. All right. Well, I want to thank you very much for doing business with Motorhomes to Go by TerryTown. I hope you enjoy your unit. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact your salesman or our service department. We'll do whatever we can to help to get things right. Again, thank you very much and have a great day.